I just can't understand how we as black people start eating watermelon in the closet. Lord have mercy.
I'm Robin Laverne Wilson here at Urbanworld Festival in New York City, 2008. I have the pleasure to speak with Terence Greene,
yes,
nephew of legendary Washington, D.C. DJ P.D. Greene and producer of Adjust Your Color.
Between 1967 and 1983, a new voice ripped through the airwaves of our nation's capital. First on radio, then on television, he spoke to and for people who had often been voiceless.
the film basically it captures P.D. As he was. You know, we have some great footage on P.D. You know, I think P.D.'s been going almost 30 years. We go back in time. We try to show folks that he wasn't just a DJ; he was an activist. You know, some folks say shock jock. You know, he was only shocked by some of the things he might have said.
You know, people use drugs because drugs is good. I mean, drugs ain't no good. Drugs is good.
But he definitely was an activist who loved his people. You know, so the film we just tried to, to capture that.
Now, as our viewers probably already know, P.D. Greene was the subject of the film Talk to Me last year, starring Don Cheadle. You had the amazing opportunity of getting Don Cheadle also involved in your project as well. How did that come about?
Well, there was a call placed to Don Cheadle to see if he would narrate, because we thought it would be, again, great because I mean he loved P.D. the character. He loved the person that he found out about, and when we told him what we were doing, he thought about it. You know, he was very, very busy, but again, he's a good brother. And we placed a call to him. The executive producer of the documentary also was the executive producer for the movie Talk to Me. And he said yes, he was in Paris shooting a movie. And he said, if you guys can set up the studio here for me in Paris while I'm here, I'll take the time and do it. You can't ask for, a better guy than Don to say yes to something like that. And so that's how Don got involved. We asked him.
Now, Talk to Me, the movie featuring Don Cheadle, came out about a year ago. Why follow that up with this documentary?
I always wanted to do something on P.D., and we talked about it, and, it takes a lot of money to put projects together, so we was, thinking about doing it, writing some things down and trying to prepare and how we were going to raise the money. So when I heard the movie was coming out, I followed it, because, it took 14 years to make that movie. Yes. Martin was going to be P.D. at one time. Martin Lawrence was interested. Steve Harvey also. Yeah, I saw Steve last night. And then Don Cheadle. So it was in and out, production stopping, starting. But when it was over, I called Dewey Hughes to congratulate him. I haven't seen Dewey. I was a kid. I haven't seen him in years. And Dewey called me back and he said, "You know what, man? I got to meet you." He says. He said, "No one congratulated me, not even some of my family members." Yes. So he said, "I've played your message over and over." He said, "You must be a hell of a guy." He said, "You didn't call and ask for nothing. You just said congratulations." He said, "So I'm coming in town for the 25th anniversary for TV One or Radio One, and I'd like to see you there. Let's have coffee." Coffee turned into lunch. Next thing you know, I was flying and on my way to California, and we sat down and we talked about it. I told them what I always wanted to do, and they thought it was a great, excellent idea. They thought about it as well, and so the minds came together thanks to Joe Freeze and the family at Pelagius Films, the other two producers that was on the project. It's just been a blessed project, because when things happen like that, all the way through the whole project, it's been like, this is amazing. P.D. always made you feel special when you talked to him. He would listen to you, and so you would walk away and you would think that you knew P.D. all your life. Just a great guy, man. Now he had some stuff with him too, but when you had to get to know him to understand him and be around him. A lot of people couldn't stand to be around him. When I used to spend time with P.D., they used to think I was his son, because I moved to D.C. Fairly young as well. In some trouble up in New York, so I needed to come down to D.C. So my people had sent me down. And P.D. had me driving his car, and I didn't even have a license, I was like, it was just turning 16. I'll tell you an interesting story, too. I'm a percussionist, by God's gift. And I was very young. He used to take me to after-hour spots. So he said, "Come on, wake up, man. Come on." We used to call guys Dick. "Come on, Dick, get up. We're going to go out tonight." So we're sitting in the club, and the band is playing. So when they took a break, he said, look in here, man, I want my nephew to get up there and play those drums. So, you know, when you're little and you're young, and the guy was like, come on, Peter, you know, we're doing a show here, man. So Peter said, man, I don't care what you're doing. I want him to play them drums. He said, well, what if he breaks one of our skins? He said, man, if he breaks one of them skins, I'll buy you a whole new drum set. Then he looked at me and said, nigga, don't you break no skins. So I went up there and played the drums. We used to have a ball, man.
So where can people go to see Adjust Your Color?
Well, right now, it's going to be released in February 3rd for Black History Month. But you can go on pdgreene.com and log on, and that's how you'll be able to keep abreast of how we're moving and what's taking place. And you could also purchase the documentary there at some point later as well. Yes.
Thank you so much, Terence, for this wonderful work of art that you've created.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm Robin Laverne Wilson. You're watching Reelblack TV.
Don't signify.
Now, you know that wasn't no nigga because the consonant didn't sound like a nigga. You know that's a cracker saying signify.
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 What do it mean?
Signify me if a man. Sit back and relax.